And we are live. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And hello, hello, hello. We are live. How is everybody doing today? I'm just going to go and check where we are live at. And, oh, what the hell's going on here? I got doubles of everything. I'm like, what the hell is that? So, Kitty, talk to our audience while I check to make sure we are where we need to be, please.
You want me to introduce myself?
Yes, please.
All right. I'm Kitty Foss, storytelling astrologer, co-founder of Intuition of the Soul, which is an educational platform where we bring speakers in like the lovely Joanne to come and where people have a safe space to look at different beliefs in spirituality. And also co-owner of Optimize, where we are uniquely teaching people how to use their charts to kind of make their life better and figure out why they do what they do or what's going on in the stars. It's called Optimize Your Energy with Moon and the Stars. We work on manifesting the life you want. So
there you go. There you go. And I'm still checking in, making sure we are where we need to be. So I know we are on YouTube right now. So everyone who is there with us, a big hello. And I think I'm on my business page, but it doesn't look like my business page. I don't know. The hell?
Well, that could be because Facebook is changing pages left and right.
Okay, we are there now, so I see us there. Okay, that's a good thing. And now I'm going to go and land on my personal page. I wish Facebook would just learn how to keep things simple and stop making us crazy, because there's just no need for all this craziness. There really isn't. It's like, okay, here we go. All right, so hello, Sue. Sue is with us tonight. Yes, 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 we are live. Hello, hello, hello. And for those of you who strangely do not know who I am, I can't even imagine that being the case, but just a quick introduction. And actually, I'm going to keep it short tonight. I'm not going to give you my whole bio. I'm just going to let you know some of it. Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your holistic certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. Those of you who follow me week after week, you know the whole bio. I don't have to throw it all in. We'll keep it short. I'm going to try to keep it like aligned with Kitty's stuff tonight. Yes, yes. So you guys by now know that when Kitty and I get together, I get together with Kitty so we can play. Kitty gets together with us so we can learn some insight regarding what's going on. And holy Christmas, Lord, holy crap. Let's see. Can we say Holy Christmas? Can we say Happy 4th of July? Can we say like Happy Valentine's Day? Because there's a whole lot of energy.
Namaste.
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 There's a whole lot of energy that's about to kick in. Many of us are already feeling it. And I thought it would be really appropriate to come on tonight to get you guys revved up, prepped up, and prepared for what is coming in. And I figured, you know what? Kitty does this and explains it so much more better than I do when it comes to like really the how do you say it?
Technological.
There you go. Thank you. It wasn't coming out. So she does that a whole lot better than I. So I thought, you know what? Why not share the screen with her? Have a fun night. So Kitty,
I just think we like to play and talk.
Yeah,
will you do me a favor? What is the numerology number for August 1st and July 31st? What are the numbers?
All right, so let's go with July.
Look at I just did to my lovely hair. Let me fix it online. All right.
Let's go there first before we go to August 1st. We'll keep it in order, which makes sense. Now, to start off with, the 31st is a 4. That tells us a lot right there. For those of you who don't know numerology, the number 4 is about your foundation. And I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible tonight so you guys can really take this in, because many of your brains right now might be a little mushy because of all the energies that are going in. Our crown and third eye might be a little overwhelmed right now. So let me see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 6. Okay, so today, well, not today, but July 31st date, the energy of it is number 8. Now, In numerology, the number 8 is all about finding the balance, bringing more harmony into your life, and also what you're here to achieve, your success, your accomplishments, your fame, and abundance as well. Now, I'm going to turn it over to Kitty so she can talk about that number 8 based on astrology. So,
and the number 8 is similar, only it's about it's the house of transformation. It is about finding the light in the darkness, pulling it out. There is a balance component to it, birth, rejuvenation. That is the number 8. It's very interesting that that's the 31st, because that's one of the dates we're going to talk about. But let's start with tomorrow. Tomorrow is the new moon in Leo. Leo is about the thoughts, and the moon, of course, is always about the emotions. And a new moon is Leo is about not only what makes you roar, but it's what makes your engine run. It is Leo is the actors on the stage. It is the sun, and the planets go around the sun. We talk about energy going around the sun. That's what it is. It is your center. And a moon in Leo is a new moon in Leo is about manifesting what it is you hold most dear to the center of you. And it is a moon that is, all moons are powerful, but this is really about you, not the collective. Now, the opposite of it is Aquarius. And if Leo is the actor on the stage, Aquarius is the audience. Everything lives in a duality. It is male because it's fire and air. And so the other thing that is happening tomorrow, besides this center of self and manifesting and this new start, what makes us roar, what kind of gasoline we put in our engine, is that Jupiter, who's on a brand new cycle, a 12-year cycle, goes retrograde, first time in this new cycle, and it will actually go back after it stops and revisit the degrees of Pisces it was in at its last cycle. So whatever your lessons were from 2010 to 2022, all right, there's a little going back to revisit those as we continue in this new cycle. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. And so when it is retrograde, we are looking at inner expansion. We are looking at what kinds of things we need to actually move out of the way so that we can expand. What's in our way? That's part of, so we have a lot of planets that are retrograde. We've got the planet Neptune, which is asking us for a reality check. We have Saturn, which is looking at, because it's in Aquarius, this vision of structuring what we want to see. We're going to be moving into the season of retrograde in September, where we have a lot of planets. So there's a lot of internal work that's going on. And so when I look at that together, it's about expanding internally, making more room for the engine, making more room to roar. It's no accident it goes in on the day to manifest. What is it I really want to set a goal to see, energy to put forth in my manifestation? And that's tomorrow. That is what the new moon. And we can feel it already. There's a lot of revisiting, or things are coming to our awareness of things that have happened before. Today, somebody posted a song, and I'm listening to the singer, and I realize it's the lead singer for Styx, that which is a band of my youth. And so there's just a lot of things seeming to come back around at the moment. So
yes. Now, Kitty, you also asked me to do the numbers for August 1st. So quite interesting. Because again, as we said, the number 8 is based on the 731. The energy of that day is the 8 energy. So obviously August, when we move into August, is the 8th month. So the 8th month is going to carry that same energy that September 31st is carrying, but it's going to for the entire year. So really, I mean, entire month, sorry, entire month. So it really is about bringing harmony back into your mind, body, and spirit, recognizing your achievements, recognizing what you're going to be achieving going forward, the success, the things you have to let go of in order to bring in that transformation so you can bring in the new thing. So there has to be something that you have to release in order to accomplish this success and achievement and that harmony. And again, all of us, every one of us, I don't think there's a person on this earth that's not looking to have more harmony in their entire day, in their mind, body, and spirit. And when you think about that eight energy, it is about the harmony and the balance between your work life and your actual personal life, bringing more balance into that. Now, when you talk about the first, which is one, it's about doing things differently. And considering the new moon that we have coming in tomorrow, it's giving us a jump start to start to do things differently. Look at things in a different way. Become more of a leader, become more independent, but really recognizing on how the first day is going to be about self. How can I do this differently in the month of August and even going forward for that matter? Now, the overall energy for the day, including the 2022, comes out to be a 6. So the overall energy is about healing our mind, body, and spirit, nurturing our home. When we speak of home, again, I always focus on the shelter we live in, the work we go to, and our actual body, mind, body, and spirit, bringing it to balance, bringing it into harmony, and also your family. And now, when I speak of family, it doesn't just have to be about your blood family that you were born into, but anyone you classify as your family. That's what the overall energy of that day is about. And also noting that 2022, what's left of it, and I can't believe I'm saying it like that because we're literally moving into the 8th month of 2022, the entire year holds that energy of the 6, which is about everything I just spoke on, the healing, the nurturing, the mind, body, and spirit, your family, and just really honing in on your mind, body, and spirit, that health and wellness part of it. So we have some interesting energies coming up as we go forward. And Kitty already spoke about the new moon, and she spoke about this amazing Jupiter retrograde in Aries. Now, let's talk about this triple conjunction that I know there's a lot of astrologers talking about it. Everything I'm turning to, we got the astrologers out there talking about this big energy. So let's talk about it. And then also my goal here, my mission here is to see how we can prepare for this triple conjunction.
Well, you and I have been talking about it for a month.
Yes.
We have, all of a sudden it's showing up, but we've been talking about it for a month because there's been, for me, a circle around it. There was a week in June where all of our personal planets were in their home sign, which is the quadrant of the inner child. So that was about alignment to call for this Cancer moon to get rid of some of the dig deeper. Hi, Sue, you're out there. And getting rid of stuff. And it's stuff. It's emotional stuff. It's mind, body, and spirit stuff. Habits of judgment, all kinds of things. So that took us into June. And then we've been talking in this month about, we had Venus move from its kind of flirty energy into this very nurturing energy. And so, but we've been talking about all of this has been lining us up for this conjunction. And what this conjunction is you're going to be looking at what have you already outgrown. So there's a pause here in that balance, that 8. That makes, and it happens, by the way, July 31st and August 1st, depending where you are. We're already feeling it, and you'll be feeling it past the 3rd. It is all about what have you already outgrown and celebrating it and seeing that it's gone, and what is new that you want to bring in. because of what you've already outgrown. That's of the highest good. It's a higher state of being. So we have Uranus, this planet that moves very quickly, and it's about freedom and clarity and awakening. It's got the galactic. Recently, there's been more and more, especially in this last week, people have been talking about galactic energy coming forward. Don't be surprised if we're hearing more in this, especially in this next week. And of course, you're going to use your discernment to figure out what is what. And then we have the North Node, which is our future collective. And they're both in Taurus. And so Taurus wants to move slowly and stabilize and value. And it's got Uranus, which is not its favorite placement, by the way, in Taurus, really pushing it to get rid of those things that really aren't stabilizing, those falsehoods, those false values. And at the same time, Mars is going to be just a degree off and then eventually cross, which is another will and that's stepping forth, and another fast moving. So it's shaking up, guys. It is shaking up our foundation as much as it's about shaking up our foundation. Don't be surprised that there'll be seismic activities. There are more flares coming. There is new information coming in with this Mars, Uranus, North Node. North Node is the highest goal that we want to achieve. Interestingly enough, for those of us on the eastern seaboard, which both Joanne and I are, it is crossing the IC, which is the undercurrent that exists in a chart. And in this chart, it's in Scorpio. So it's crossing this underneath transformation that is bubbling up here for the United States, right across our government center, for transformation and truce, because it's about what we value. It's bringing in new information, new energy with the solar flares. We already see fires and floods. Don't be surprised if they're not earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes coming in the next couple weeks because of this. And the other thing that what this is doing is opening a door that is setting up not only the rest of our year, but our next few years of what those values that are being shaken up, that we're bringing these new things in. And that's been happening at a very rapid pace anyway, all this new stuff. But this is about when you're talking about our collective future destiny, because it's the North Node. And so we're talking about quantum leaps here. Quantum leaps. And, this is also setting up for that final conjunction of or square of Uranus and Saturn in October. And this is Uranus stays at this degree until October. And so this is setting up this push for co-creation and being on time in this conjunction to get us moving. And so it's eruptive, but there's going to be healing technologies coming forth. There's going to be all kinds of different technologies, including, because it's Taurus and it's physical, human technologies. And I don't even know what that means at this point. Human skills. I'm pretty sure intuitive skills are going to heighten, people being able to do things. They're coming online. So it's big. It's just big.
Yes. What I also get from that, based on your last statement, is what we're going to see more of, and I definitely will be playing a part of this more of part, is more opportunities for those who are looking to do self-study. So rather than the traditional, let's go back to school and study the academic courses that most of us don't really need, theoretically, there's going to actually be a lot more opportunities out there for people who are looking to expand into whatever the modalities are looking to expand. And that it will either be done based on, let's say, a 6-week course or a 12-week course, or maybe, theoretically, maybe a 12-month course. But there's going to be a lot more of that available because, like you said, I do believe there's going to be a lot more people who are going to be becoming more attune to their spiritual gifts and trying to understand in regards to what all this means, and having the opportunity to take on a course, like for example, your astrology course that you teach, and let's say if I do have up again my card course that I'm going to be teaching. So all these different independent studies that's going to be available for those who are looking, learn more about.
Stop.
Your doggy wants the attention. Bring your
Yeah,
doggy.
the energy is, this is Taver. She is not being very cooperative right now. There's another dog in here who never makes a peep, but that's not Taver.
Yeah,
so, but she's agreeing with you.
Yes. So those of you out there who are watching, to become more aware that this is going to become available. So there's going to be lots of opportunities, practitioners out there who's going to be sharing their virtual skills, which is nice, because then you don't have to even go anywhere to take on the skills. You can literally do it from home on your computer.
Yeah, you're asking to kind of shake up where you've been so that you can and celebrate where you've been. But that's why when you talk about practicality, get rid of things right now, things that don't serve you in mind, body, and spirit. What is it that you want to see and be? Because this is the door we're opening that is sending this to the future. We're holding that space for the future. We've done a lot of healing of the past, the karma, and it's not that there's not more, but we can't even access it till we start sending some of it out to.
Exactly. I mean, with all the healing work that many of us have done, now it's really time to okay, let's put off on the healing and really start moving things away. So this way here we make space for the fact that we've done so much healing. Because how much darn healing can one do? How much digging can one do to determine, okay, the childhood wounds? It's okay, let's make space so we can move into whatever's supposed to come from doing all that healing work.
It's a higher state of being, and therefore it brings a higher state of healing.
Yeah.
And so, when you study the brain, we learn that there are different sides. We know that trauma lives in different parts and lights up different parts. And so by learning to light up the parts that are more helpful, you can help heal those other parts, but you need to be in a higher state of being.
Yeah.
We're moving away from, and the healing technologies are going to go beyond a pill, a machine. They're going to be that spirit healing, the auric field healing, and they're already beginning to measure that. We're running machines that are colliding atoms, so.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And also too, with this energy, and I think Kitty said this before too, in regards to many of us are going to be experiencing major shifts in regards to the work that we do, where we are working. Our foundation is going to sort of, what would be the word, open up, and you may be all of a sudden get the desire to say to your job, to your boss, you go in one day, within the next couple of days, couple of weeks, and just say, what, I don't think I could do this anymore. And it's not even about, let's say, a 2-week notice anymore. Now it's just about, really, I don't think I could do this anymore. I'm done. And you pick up your stuff and you leave, and not even being in the fear of it, because you're going to know that the minute you make that decision to do that, something else is going to open up for you.
Well, there is a reason why they can't find people to work. So jobs are literally changing the physicalness of it to make it more pleasant so people can stay. So they're, as much as we say, people say, oh, they're getting checks. I don't know who they're getting checks from, but they're not around for me. It's like, can give me those sources because I don't see it. But so people are coming to places that they want to work or that make it so that they can work. And so that's a big physical change.
Yes.
You know, they're learning to have to close days. They can't only be open certain days because there's not enough people to work, and they can't burn everybody out because there's nobody to replace them. So we're getting rid of some of that disposableness.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been automating things for a while for some of that to take over, but there will always be need for people.
Oh yeah,
So
of course. And then on top of it, those who are interested in moving into more of their soul's purpose, they're going to have that opportunity to do just that too.
and
You know, so,
and the truth is, you can you do your soul's purpose in a job that doesn't, because the way you do the job.
yes.
And so, it's not about I'm going to climb. I'm an Indigo Girls fan, and I went to the mountain. I went to the doctor. I looked to the more the more I seek my source for some definitive, the closer I am to find. The less I seek my source for a definitive,
Yes.
the closer I am to find. And
Mm-hmm.
that is really true. So if you could be working a job and it isn't necessarily something you want to leave, but I love those people that do their jobs enjoyably.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
And two, want to make a note too, and I always note this when I speak of working in our soul's purpose. Our soul's purpose does not have to be in the healing realm. I
yeah,
mean, if you enjoy working in the supermarket and you get such pleasure out of working in the supermarket, then that's your soul's purpose. So it does not have to be the healing realm. And I want people to understand that, because I get that question asked a lot. Well, I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago, and they're like, "Well, I love what I do." I'm like, "Well, then that's your soul's purpose. If you love what you do, if you get up every single day in joy of knowing that you're going to go and spend whatever amount of hours you're working there, and you really enjoy what you're doing, then yeah, that's your soul's purpose."
well, and your soul's purpose might be in a job that you bring kindness, you bring joy, you bring those things, you bring out the best in people. That becomes your job. Um, and then you come home and you visit the higher realms in meditation and stuff to keep that namaste center you have. I love those people at work, the people who are having it. I watched a young gentleman the other day, and somebody was really having a bad day, and he was just like, well, I'm sorry that you're having a bad day. There's really nothing I can do about it, but if you need me to, I can show you where you can go get blah blah blah. And I thought, you know rather than getting into it with them, they were just able to, live from that purpose.
Yes,
They were
exactly.
kind, and I watched this other person kind of transform, and I'm like, wow, it doesn't matter what the job is, you're healing and transforming in a whole different way. So,
Oh yeah, yes, and we do need that. I mean, because theoretically, we need supermarkets. We need certain stores, so it would be nice to have nice, calm, kind employees working there.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that COVID did was made us reevaluate what values are. It's what it did. So,
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. So
so
do you think we've helped our audience prepare for this energy?
I think the best way to prepare is, first of all, to know about it.
Yes.
And it's going to be fast. It's going to be um, shaking things apart. And
And
because it's in Taurus, it's shaking our foundation, our values apart.
yes.
Um, and so remembering to take care of ourselves, rest, take care of mind, body, and spirit. That's why I wanted to know the vibration of the day. Perfect. Balance and healing. Those are the two vibrations. Take
Yes.
care of yourself, ground yourself, and clear out. If you're in, you know, as a joke the other day, I said something like, "What in the chaos is going on here?" But that's kind of it. Rather than what in the chaos, what in the awakening is happening here that I can clear something out and realign myself. So
Exactly. Now, just out of curiosity, in reference to this energy, how long does this energy actually last?
We're feeling it now. It's probably going to go. We'll start to see it really subside around the 3rd, and it'll probably head into about the 10th.
Okay.
But August but it's setting in motion other things that are
Right.
coming forward, and you know, this retrograde that happens in Aries is at 8 degrees, so it's at the beginning degrees
Hmm.
of resetting up. So it kind of goes back to visit those lessons and then moves forward with those lessons. So, and that's going to continue on for 12 years actually. But, we're fixing and relying. We have these things we've been relying on to stabilize us, and they're being shooken up. So we're looking at new things to let come to stabilize us, to find that namaste. But that's not how it feels. And because it's Taurus, it's physical and it's the body. So it's our home, it's our garden, it's our what's closest to us. So it brings out a lot of fears and old patterns. Old patterns.
And two, as we do move into August, the 8th month, we then have, which we'll talk just a little bit about tonight, the Lionsgate energy.
8-8.
So, yes, that's a very powerful energy taking us to where we need to go with that as well. So, Kitty, if you want to share just a little nibble of that one, and we'll talk more about that as it goes here.
Every month has a portal date because it's a doubled number, and that's our friend Joanne can tell you about the numerology and the doubled numbers and all of those doubled stabilizing numbers kind of thing. And 8-8 is called the Lionsgate Portal because it's about the center of self. It's usually a door that opens to reveal a new path, a lion that steps forth. Often people associate Lionsgate with dragons, if you're a dragon person, that kind of level of transformation and protection. And it's a very strong portal because it's 8, it's the infinity sign. So they're permanent changes of forever. Because remember, 8 is the infinity sign. And so 8-8 is always a big pause. And, for those of us in the northern hemisphere, it's usually a lot of the dog days of summer. Some of the biggest heat comes out around that time. And so that's a lot of the energy. There's a magic that's associated with that double Leo, that double of who we are. It's what makes us run. And we came here to run. The belief in astrology is that you came here. You chose to come in this incarnation to learn certain things. And this is a date of here's some new information. So.
Yeah. And I just did the numbers for 8/8/2022. Works out to be a 4. And again, for those who didn't hear it before, the number 4 is about your foundation, finding the balance, bringing more harmony, stability as well. And in numerology, they also refer to the number 4, which I sort of change it, but what they say is working hard to get what you want. I sort of refer to as being disciplined to get what you want.
Well, and because of this Taurus energy that's happening in the North Node and all these things, it is shaking our foundation. So, you build, in order to build a new foundation or stabilize, you have to sweep away rubble, things that have crumbled. And that's what you can be doing. What has crumbled for me? And that's why one of the questions, what have I already outgrown? And I can look back. We've got that Jupiter dipping back, what expanded me before, so I can look at that because I'm going forward. So
yes, excellent. I love this. So what I would like to do to end this for the night is perhaps pull a card each. You think that works for you? One card.
That works for me. Yep.
This way it's not too overwhelming for everybody, because I think it's enough in itself to be overwhelming. But
there's a lot of thinking with this.
Yes.
And evaluating and then revisiting emotions, because we're revisiting all of those pieces. And depending your sign, how is this going to show up for you with your sun and energy? My sun is Scorpio, so mine is diving deep and what can be considered taboo, but it's emotional, you know?
Yeah. And my sun is Pisces.
So yours is emotional too, but it's looking for flow.
Oh, yeah.
And it's ascended master stuff. Oh, I love the card I got. Euphoria. Honor yourself.
Ooh, I love
And
that.
it's a 9.
Love that. All right, let's get the card going. Interesting card I got. And I think it's very appropriate. Fearless. Fearless. There's nothing to be
Fearless.
afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. Everything that is taking place is happening for you. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. And when you can move into that fearless, where you can just really allow yourself to be in a state of excitement that something new is literally being born. It's also associated with the sacral energy, which, believe it or not, taps right into that inner child, where you get to allow yourself to go back, revisit. As Kitty said before, go back to 2010 and bring yourself back to 2022 and see what you have accomplished in all this time, and then set up some new goals to what you plan to accomplish going forward. And we can't make this number up if we tried. 7 and 8 works out to be 15, which is 6. So we're back to that 6 energy again. This is really about healing your mind, body, and spirit, bringing it all together, nurturing yourself, and just being in that space of mind, body, and spirit. Finding that namaste, which is perfect. I love it.
I do too. Honor yourself. This is all about that. Healing to honor yourself.
Yes. So I love this. And just to say hello to some who are jumping on, we still have Sue here. Sue says, what have I outgrown? Yes. And then there's Jess T who just popped in. So yeah. So this is some remarkable energy that we're going to be experiencing as of tomorrow. Those of you who do your rituals, tomorrow's new moon rituals, write it down. Get outside into nature. I was just suggesting to one of my clients to, once they're done writing what their new moon rituals are, take it and put it into, if you can, fold it up. Get yourself a really small bottle, like a baby bottle, small, and put it in there. And then go to a tree and dig up the dirt and push that all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And then around it, put some beautiful crystals around it. Don't worry about the crystals, put it out there with the intentions that you're not getting them back, because there's a good probability someone like me will come walk past me. Oh my God, somebody left crystals for me, and I'm going to pick them up. But the stuff in your bottle is going to be deep, deep, deep down into the earth. And whatever it is that you're looking to bring into your reality, by burying into the earth, know that it's already happening. And it is already happening. It's amazing time and energy we have going on.
Yeah, it is. It is. There are all kinds of rituals we do in our group. We talk about thinking about them and then every day bringing them up. And if something comes to you to help you manifest what you've put down, but yeah, sleep, guys, get sleep. Get sleep.
Get some sleep.
Take care of yourself. Take the bath take the walk. Know that if you feel the time to be on your own, be on your own. It's all right. Yes. It really is fearless. That's a great card. Oh, healing. Courage is not the lack of fear. Courage is doing it anyway.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And as I like to say, whatever it is you're afraid of, once you actually do it, you're not going to be afraid of it anymore. And you may end up being afraid of it. Like, I know for me, my favorite thing is not driving on highways. It's just not what I don't enjoy doing it. And I do it every single weekend. I get on the highway, I drive out to where I have to drive out to. And yes, it makes me a little nervous, especially coming back because it's dark and you got all those crazy drivers out there. But anyway, I do it anyway. does it get better each time in my mind? Well, I make it home each time, so I talk to my mom a lot during the entire drive. But once you do it, it's not as fearful as it may seem.
Well, and one of the things that astrologically is going on is we're talking about Taurus and Leo, which are it's a lot of fixed energy. So it isn't about finishing stuff up; it's about cleaning stuff, but it's finishing, and it's not about starting. It's about the steadiness that's being shaken, and what do I want to replace it with that is steady for me.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And again, for those out there who happen to have Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or again, wherever it sits in your chart, you're going to feel this energy. Same for you, Taurus and Scorpios and everybody else for that matter.
Yeah. So.
Yes. So, yeah. So, Kitty and I would like to say thank you for being here with us tonight.
Namaste.
And namaste. And Kitty and I will definitely be back again, I'm sure. If not next week, definitely, during the week of that 8/8, because I'm sure we want to talk about that and all that fun stuff. But till then, if you need to reach Kitty, let them know how they can reach you.
It's scrolling at the bottom, intuitionofthesoul11@gmail.com, or come join our free private Facebook group called Intuition of the Soul, where we have actually tomorrow night we have a gentleman coming on, Daniel Martin.
My mind. I was just about to say, why don't we mention him? Yes, so go ahead.
His name is Daniel Martinez Stahl, or Stahl Martinez, and he's sponsoring a channeling symposium. Both Joanne is a guest and I am a guest with Amy. He is coming on Intuition of the Soul tomorrow night to talk about the symposium. And there's available recordings. It's quite a lineup of people. And so come join us tomorrow. Find out, Joanne talked about doing something new, something that's not thousands of dollars. And, this isn't a thing. Come learn about his premise is that he creates a space for spirit to send messages, and he brings people on to give those messages. And so that's what the symposium is. It's it starts I gotta look.
It starts 1 second. It starts on 1 minute. I'll get that answer.
Because we're on different days, guys. That's why we're not it starts August 8th. Oh, it starts on the Lionsgate Portal.
Yeah, it's August 8th and goes to the 11th.
And Joanne is on,
I'm on the 11th at 1 p.m.
I am on the 10th at 1 p.m.
Exactly. Yes.
So.
Yes. And also, for those of you who are interested, Daniel will also be on my show this Sunday, which is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Joanne's Healing Within. So he's going to be sharing some insight regarding how everything he's done, how he brought it all together. So you might want to come join us. And after we listen to him tomorrow night, because I'm going to definitely be watching that tomorrow night, and then come join us on Sunday. And
if you're interested, it will. I'm sure Joanne will put it on, and we will. But the email address is www.channelingspirit.net, and there's information about that. It's a virtual summit, so come on and join us.
Yes, definitely. All right. So as everybody starts popping in now, just as we're ready to go. Love it. So we have Robin here. We have Norma here. Yes. Thank you all for being here with us. Those of you who are just popping in now, you'll definitely have to go back and watch from the beginning. Kitty shared some amazing insight based on the new moon, Jupiter's retrograde, and also the triple conjunction that's taking place. And of course, I did the numbers based on July 31st and August 1st, and also the Lionsgate energy. I gave those numbers too. Yeah. And we both did card readings. So please come back and watch on the replay. If you are watching on YouTube, please share it out and subscribe, because that helps my page grow. We can always do that. All right, guys, it's been lovely. Namaste. And Kitty, again, I always love playing.
It's always fun. Thank you. I'm very honored to always be here. So thank you.
Yes. All right, guys. Have a goodie. Till next time.